So, it's not that I want to make this video, even though I always want to make videos, but I have to make this video. I was wrong about ProJared, and so were many of you. So, on my first videos about ProJared, we got all the information we can get, and that was via Holly and Heidi and some accusers. And something to me, and I said it in the video, seemed a little fishy to me. One big thing I said in the video was that their relationship life should be totally private. And Heidi totally screwed that up. Don't know why she had to make it into a public event and make a bunch of people unsubscribe to him for all of his hard work. Like, she wanted to destroy him because she was mad about the relationship that should have stayed private the entire time. But she had to be a little immature about it. I didn't like it. I already said that in the video. I was softer about it because I know that she was she was the good guy in this situation, even though she did become cuntish in a lot of her responses. Totally unjustified. My true feelings ever since that, now that I feel like I could be a little more open about that, is that she should have not done it. Not at all whatsoever, and she is at fault for anything that happens. She was already on the list I didn't like, of people that I didn't like because of that. And now it's gotten a little deeper. But the video he made wasn't about that, because at the end of his video he said, relationship, things happen, you don't need to know any of it. It's none of your business. No one actually got harmed. It's a complicated situation that the internet does not need to be a part of. But the pedophilia stuff kind of needs to be addressed. And addressed it he did. That was a lot of video to go through. And that was a lot of evidence that he actually showed. Let's start off with the basics. There were two main accusers. They both had the name of Charlie. He gave them different names, but in this video I'm not going to say whoever won whatever. If you want to see the full analysis, what he says in his video, go to ProJared's channel and watch it. And if you haven't seen it, I watch it. And if you don't watch it and you still want to talk about the topic, you're not allowed to. I'll get about that later. So he basically gave the full message and the full story of how the accusers worked, now, and why what he was doing wasn't wrong. Not that he was defending pedophilia, but it's because he wasn't actually doing any of those acts. They lied about their age. He didn't actually receive any pictures. The Tumblr that he ran was for body stuff. Everything that happened in whatever situation was happening was 100% consensual, and he shows proof. It's not just me saying that because I want to defend him, because I am an unbiased. I'm just taking the information and how the information is presented and reacting to that. And he provided proof. He provided all the proof. And ever since then, those two people basically closed down their accounts. Like, they are off social media because they've been revealed. He actually said something. I don't know how they didn't think this was going to bite them in the ass. They're accusing him just to destroy him. I don't understand the reason why they would do something like this. And yeah, and he did take a while to address it, but he does explain why it took so long to address it. Something like this needs to be carefully handled. And even though he lost, 300,000 subscribers, 400,000 subscribers, he's playing the long game. He's like, okay, let's let everything die down. Then I'll finally put my piece in that has evidence and well constructed. And that he did. Us, the viewers, the internet people, were manipulated to think one way without getting the full story. People like to jump and an attack when it's not them. And he mentions that in the video too. No one likes cancel culture until they get to cancel somebody. And I honestly feel really bad about any negative thoughts I might have had towards him for this situation. Even though it's not 100% my fault. I more so feel bad about him and what he had to deal with, because he does look like he went through hell throughout this video, and he really has an internet hell of accusers. But bottom line, he showed proof, 100% proof. And if you still think what you thought, if him being however evil you think he is, he's a pedophile, you're just objectively wrong. He has the receipts. And now here's the part of the video where I talk about the people's reaction. I saw somebody post about this on some sort of Facebook group, probably YouTube, whatever. And there were people who would not watch the video or totally drown them out and not care because they already had a super stupid, stubborn thought that they didn't like. It's like, oh, well, he's a pedophile. He's a pedophile. I'm not going to watch any videos of this pedophile. He's not going to be able to redeem himself. Like, motherfucker, did you watch the video? Then you have no room to talk, buddy. I love it how people think they could make such huge claims, be so stubborn about something without any information. It makes no sense. If you're not willing to look into the subject, then don't talk about the subject. If somebody tells you, hey, throughout all this research, it's this, and this, and you're like, oh, well, this is what I think, and I know you showed evidence and he showed evidence, but that's contrary on what I think, so I don't like it. Opinions is one thing, facts is another. These are the same type of people who become flat earthers. Just stubborn and in your own head. So far up your own ass you turn inside out. The allegations made towards ProJared could have totally ruined his life. And there is zero reason, absolutely zero reason, ruin somebody's life like that. I bet the second Heidi said something about the Tumblr page, people, opened up and talked about their experiences, which now have all been debunked. But it's just like, oh, he's public enemy number one? Let's attack. And no one's going to believe him now. It's my word against his word. And the thing is, nobody got his word. So it was just their word against no one. So a lot of people were inclined to believe, and then that made people just straight up hate him and totally resent him and not look any further into the situation. The Right Opinion actually made a really good video about this, and that was like almost like a month after the stuff happened. So obviously ProJared hasn't made his video yet. He hasn't really said much, but he read into it, and even he was like, I'm still skeptical of this because not all the pieces fit, and that was the issue. And then ProJared was like, here's that piece, here's that piece. Oh, your argument is invalid. So, bottom line, do your research. Listen to both sides of the story. I have gone back to ProJared, now knowing that he personally resigned from Normal Boots. He didn't get kicked out because he didn't want them to get dragged down, which, again, good on him. Grumps kind of did a shitty thing, but I also understand why they did it. I personally would have done it and just been like, well, that's the videos that we have. I don't know There's nothing much we could do about it. And I hope that Jared could remake Friends and get back up on his feet. Maybe hit 1 million again someday. But cancel culture needs to calm the fuck down. Just because somebody said something doesn't necessarily mean it's true. Like, yeah, don't take everything like it's a joke if it's real allegations, but real allegations taken too seriously can actually hurt somebody who is innocent. And in this case, that's what happened. And this is why people have a hard time believing in real allegations, because a bunch of people like to make fake ones. I feel bad for the people who actually want to come out and say something about something real that actually happened, instead of trying to hurt somebody because of whatever kind of pettiness. Moral of the story is, don't be a shitty person. Listen to both sides of the story. Don't make allegations that are not true. Because if you're going to try to take down an innocent person, then we really know who the guilty one is here.